Expectations are therefore high that the new legal framework will address existing challenges, embrace emerging technologies, and position Nigeria's identity ecosystem to meet the demands of a rapidly evolving digital economy. To discuss what the new act means for citizens, institutions, and the nation's digital future, we are pleased to welcome the Director General and Chief Executive Officer of the National Identity Management Commission, Engineer Abisoye Coker-Odusote. She joins us to share the Commission's vision for the reforms, the opportunities they present, and what Nigerians should expect as the country advances its digital identity system. Good morning, nice to have you here.
Good morning,
You're
and good
welcome.
morning, Nigeria. It's a pleasure being on your show today.
Thank you so much. Now, we seem to have been on this path for some time now. I remember during the presidency of Goodluck Jonathan, NIMC had this partnership with MasterCard, and they were supposed to roll out a national identity that synchronizes not just identity and also payment functions. Help us understand, this NIMC Act, will it enhance that, or there's something totally different that you're offering Nigerians?
So the new act removes the limited provisions around cards, for example, and around areas that concerns our mandate. So speaking to cards, we did have that agreement. Nigeria is the first country to launch the EID card, and this is way back in 2015. And what the EID card does is it's got like different applets on it around the focus areas for enabling access to services, health, travel, education, taxation, border control. It definitely did have that on that. But what happened was it was a funding relationship that sort of went sour and went sideways. So when we came on board, we had to do a study to find out what exactly happened, how did we go wrong, how can we ensure sustainability on these cards, and how can we obviously move in line with global best practices, because technology is forever evolving and changing. And so what we now did was we looked at it and said, okay, how can we then adjust what was done? We had to review every single thing from the type of chip we would use, and then also review what we needed to in line with best with the country's current economy. And so we had to look at creating, obviously adding wallets also to it, to the applets that are already there. And what we're now able to do is, first of all, we know everybody wants their card, right? So what the Act is, expands our provisions around ensuring that we have included digital identity credentials. Okay. So what that means is you have reusable identity credentials using the NINOTH application, which we built. It allows you to authenticate your identity in real time. So which means that I can then prove who I am. Because you can tell me your name is Bade Oshodi. How do I know? And what it also does is also allows you, in terms around the area of data privacy, it allows you to use your, give consent over who uses your data. So you can approve, you can revoke access, or even reject access to people that need access to your data. So if you need, a service is required to confirm your identity, there are different ways in which you can share that data. You can use the share code, which you give to them, which has, an expiry timeline. And then you also could then scan the code of that service and share your data in real time with them. Also, the application works offline. So for those that are in remote areas or in rural areas, you're also able to select the required data. You don't need to share all your data fields or data sets. You just pick the one that's required for that service you want. And if you feel like the service doesn't need it more than once, then once you have shared it and it's been validated, then you reject it. And the way the app has been built is for consent management purposes. So which means that you even use your own biometrics, your face, to log into the application. What it will do is it would, tell you to, how you normally use your iPhone or your smartphone, look up, look left, look right, captures your entire facial biometrics, then matches it against your biometrics in the database in real time. We're talking about like 8 milliseconds. And then it just literally opens up for you to put in your password, set your password, and then immediately you get your digital ID card. So your digital ID card on this application is free on your phone, and you're able to then obviously now in real time, which Nigerians could not do before, share your own data, control your own data. So your data is here, you have access to it to do what you want to do, to enable either financial transactions or non-financial transactions.
All right.